What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? And let's welcome you to We Ain't Goes. Nice to see everybody. It's been a little while since last Friday. We've talked and we've had a good time, and we are excited to be back with the season. So
yeah.
How you feeling, hype boy?
I'm feeling good. I kind of like the couch vibe. Last week we was kind of off to the side of our couch, but I kind of like the way we are set up today. We are in your living room with you as you are in our living room with us.
Yes, and you know, one thing that I really want everybody to do, we're going to start making this a thing. Please make sure you grab your drink.
Yes, we are.
We got to make sure you grab your drink of your choice, whatever it is. Orange juice, water. If you're drinking milk later, right now this is on you. But for us, it's we like to taste of some fine wine. So it's a Friday night, so we just chilling. We got some wine in our glass, our wonderful We Ain't Goes glasses. If you can see that, we got that for season 2. So shout out to everybody that's been showing us a lot of support. But we say that to say, get your drink. If you're in your PJs, you know what I'm saying, cool. Make sure you post your picture of your choice of drink. If you late night dinner, if you got a late night snack or something, make sure you post that. Make sure you post that picture for me, and we can get that thing posted up on our We Ain't Goes page. Okay, so we're just trying to get everybody in. Make sure you say hello. Make sure you say what's up on this live feed. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. Okay,
yes, we are.
So please make sure you subscribe to our YouTube page.
We're sharing now
as well. It's all good, baby. It's all good. So how's your week been since the last Friday, since we last talked to the people?
I feel like my week was super busy. Had a lot of schoolwork, but I met with my classmates on Sunday, got some good work in, some good planning in for our marketing class.
Mm-hmm.
Also, work is pretty busy. Just regular everybody stuff, everyday life. Kids are getting ready to go back to school, like we said, gearing up, getting uniforms and things like that. Lord, please be with them for this school year. They're going all 5 days. So we just pray for the babies, pray for the staff.
Yeah, we actually, I heard that they're going 5 days, but I also heard that they might be trying to make some people go remote. They're giving the virtual option again. So that's going to be very interesting to see. Another thing that's very interesting just about this topic in general is like COVID. And
the Delta variant.
Yeah. Basically, I say it like it's an album. It's coming back out, but there's more. Right, there's more cases.
Deluxe version.
Yeah, there's more cases coming out, and you guys just need to remember, mask up. You know what I mean? If you're vaccinated or if you're not vaccinated, just make sure you got your mask on. We know COVID took out a lot of our loved ones and some of our friends. It's not just about being shut down and being in the house. It's about
being careful.
People that lost their moms or their father or just someone very special to them due to COVID. So speaking of losing somebody special, I want to take this time out to shout out to little Keith, man, to Keith Reeves, man, from Harold Avenue. He lost his life I think earlier this week. He was in a car accident. A while back.
Time ago,
a while back, and basically that car accident put him in a nursing home. So he had been in a nursing home for a long time, and he lost his battle. So shout out to the homie, man. That was one of the first guys when we moved on Harold a long time ago. It was one of the first friends I made on Harold Avenue. So, sucks to hear about that. I think he was only in his 30s. So
definitely praying for the family.
Yeah, praying for everybody involved, praying for the family, praying for Harold Ave, man. That was a cool cat, man. So other than that, like I said, it's a lot of stuff going on just in your own city, wherever you are, and in our hometown in Louisville, Kentucky. But just remember, like I said, appreciate life, appreciate the moments that you have. You never know when you are here on your last day.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, man, we love you, Keith, man. And we'll keep your family in prayers and make sure we get that taken care of. So How's Too Bad Zumba? What we got? Any updates on Too Bad Zumba or anything?
No updates.
Okay, cool. Tez Too Deep, man. We got I think I got something with Actors Theater coming up on August 28th. They dropped a video today. I don't know if you saw it, babe, but they dropped the video of it. It's myself. Rob Lee is on there. I think Chanson's on there. That's a whole bunch of John's on there. I forgot what the actual event is called, but it's going to happen on August 28th. So if you in the area, it's probably going to be live fed as well. So if you're in the area, if you're not, just pay attention to the live feeds at Tez Too Deep. And then, of course, we got the cookout next Saturday. Tez Too Deep and the family, and that family means everybody. That could be our own personal family, Iron Royalty, your family, Iron Royalty's
your
family,
neighbor's family,
everybody. We ain't goes. If you're here and you listening to us right now, your family. So you are invited out to Iroquois Park next Saturday from 2 to 5. We're gonna do a little cookout, man. Get some food out and just hang out and talk to each other, network with each other, and just have a good time. Sometimes we just need that. We never know, like I said, what's going on with this COVID thing. So this could be one of the last times we can actually do that for the next couple months. So if you can, please make sure you come out. Go ahead, babe. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to talk about our local loot segment with Garden Girl Foods. So she is hosting a brunch coming up August 15th as well as the 27th, but we ain't goes. We will be there August 15th. Okay. If anyone wants to come brunch with us, just let us know. We've already purchased tickets, but we will post her information in our stories on our pages at We Ain't Goes. But also her handle is at Garden Girl Foods.
Is that Daniel's wife?
Sure is.
Okay, cool.
Sure is.
Cool.
Miss Whitney, yes.
That's the spot on I think it's on the corner.
Is it
I think it's on the corner.
Let me get
it used to be around that center I used to be affiliated with. Yes, around that way as well. So absolutely. If you guys want to come hang out with us, let us know. We ain't goes. We some cool folks.
Yeah, we fun. We like brunch.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to brunch with us, let us know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We chose transparency.
Okay.
We chose the unlimited mimosa option, but she has an option for one mimosa if that's where you live. But I know where we live.
Yeah, and what time did we decide to go?
We chose the 11 a.m.
Now
time
listen,
on
so
Sunday.
if you go to church, you got to go to 8 o'clock service.
Yes.
Okay? That's what that means. Go to 8 o'clock
Bedside Baptist earlier, or listen to it.
Whatever
you choose to do. But we will be there Sunday.
That's a good schedule for us to go at 11 o'clock because the Hamptons are super busy. So that 11 o'clock is a good date for us. It's also football season. I had to say that again.
Yes.
Shout out to the Renegades, man. River City Renegades. Football season is back. So, we got Harmony, her freshman year of cheerleading. And we got
come on, freshman.
we got Cortez, man, senior year of Mighty Mites.
Oh, Lord.
You know what I'm saying?
That sounds so
I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. You know what I mean? So, we're going to have a good time, man. If you guys want to make sure y'all check out a game with us, that'll be great. We got a couple scrimmages. We got the Pigskin Classic coming up as well. So it's a lot of stuff. Once football, mommy knows, once football hits, it is on and popping.
It is. Forget your Saturdays.
Yeah. Well, not really. Just the first half of your Saturdays. But depending on the games and how busy they get.
And we stay for both.
We got to show support for our team and our nephews.
But our nephews
now have moved up. So we're going to be checking out both of those games
all day.
Yeah, so we'll post that schedule as well once we get that schedule updated. So I think the first game is like the 24th or something like that now.
Don't get me lying.
Yeah, I'm not 21st. Yeah, the 21st because I remember it's a football month.
Oh yeah,
as I say,
7, 14, 21. Yeah.
So it'll be August 21st for sure. It's going to be our first game. So make sure y'all check us out, man. Shout out to Coach Lamar. Shout out to all the coaches, Coach Mays, Coach Doc, Coach Jackson, Coach Ty, Coach Will, Coach Tony. I can go on
Jesus,
and
a
on.
lot of
Coach
y'all.
Rowe, yes, and of course the Prez, Jason, man. So shout out to everybody.
Getting married.
Yes, he's getting married. So shout out to the Prez, man.
Yes.
And we're gonna have a great time. The Prez and the First Lady,
and Mrs. Prez. Yes.
Yeah, the First Lady. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna have a great time, man. And if your son is playing football, please again enjoy those moments. Enjoy that time. If your daughter's cheerleading or your daughter's playing a sport or your son is doing something else, just whatever it is. Remember, I'll say that again. Enjoy the time you have with your children
and
your family. Yes, because time will fly. CJ, it's like CJ started not knowing nothing. Now he's like 8 and he's senior year. So it's like, whoa, what's happening? So, we're going to start all over next year with, Pee Wee or whatever. But at the same time, he is very excited. And I'm super proud of my son and where he's came from. And I'm super proud of my daughter from stepping up and trying to get some cheerleaders and my nieces and my nephews and all our players on our team. I'm super proud of that. Okay. So let's get into it. So we already did the loot. We talked to you all about what's going on. I know y'all like, can we talk? Yeah, let's talk. Can we talk? Of course, this is back into the season. We're back into our episodes now. So these episodes you will be able to find on our Apple Music Apple Podcast page, and our Anchor page really is where you get you can get information instantly. Like literally when we get done, it'll probably be up on Anchor pretty soon. So, just make sure that you are tuned into that, and we're going to get into some great conversation. I'm actually going to let Hype Wife start this one out because I want to see where she wants to go with this. And remember, you guys can comment, you guys can share and do whatever you need to do right now. Like I said, we live on Facebook and YouTube. So please make sure y'all show the Hamptons some love, and let's get this conversation started, babe.
Okay, so the questions that we have put on the flyer initially for this episode of Can We Talk were, how do you get your spouse's attention? And when it's too late, do you notice or let it boil over? So for me, when I read the words Can We Talk, it reminded me of every sitcom that we watched or any show or any movie. I feel like when a woman says to the husband, we need to talk, there's a lot of scare behind it, a lot of fear of what's going to happen with those 4 words.
Yeah, what we talking about?
Yes. Oh Lord, what is it?
Or husbands always say, what I do now.
Yeah, what I do now. So I just wanted to bring up, like, how do you initiate hot button issues or hot topics that you may not necessarily just jump out and say to your spouse, something that you have always wanted to ask them or something that maybe ticked you off that week to your spouse?
Well, I think the first thing I think of when I heard Can We Talk is what?
Okay, I put the music behind it, but we do not own the rights to that music.
That's why I said boom, 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 boom. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So yes, so that's the first thing I think about when it says Can We Talk. Now with me, I'm a natural conversationalist, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So I like to have conversations with people all the time. I like to talk. It doesn't really bother me to talk. So if there's something that is on my mind, usually you'll get a blank stare out into space. If you get a blank stare out into space, you'll get a couple body languages like, hey, what's going on with you? Where you're already kind of curious about what it is that I'm thinking about. And then sometimes I might say, hey, babe, can I ask you something? You know what I'm saying? Or I say,
that's the one. That's the one.
Or I say, hey, I need to talk to you about something. So it's just me because I'm used to having conversations. So it doesn't scare me or whatever to say what's on my mind. And when you say hot button, that could be anything. So, with relationships, it could just be, hey, there's some chores that I really need you to get done because we're not seeing eye to eye on this. And I would like to see this. You would like to see this. Or, hey, babe, I'm trying to get, hey, it's time to, we need to do that because, hey, you feel me? It's been a couple of days, you know what I mean? Or a couple of hours. So, it's just too long. So, I'm just saying. So, with me, it's just like, I got to really say it now. If you're talking about a topic that I know is going to be touchy, So you said hot topic. Like if I know we're gonna have to have a conversation,
Let me tell you
go ahead,
what I do.
Okay, go ahead.
I know I want to talk to you about it when I'm near you, but I wait till you go to work so I can send you a text message as a precursor so I can warm you up about it.
Well, I noticed
because I do that because I don't want it to blow up in front of each other first.
When you do that, it doesn't ever make it better.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how else to do.
I know that. Luckily, I know that is what I noticed about our relationship in general. And you guys can really take notes on this. Sometimes before you want to have that big conversation, really use those text messages, especially if you guys know, if you guys know, yo, this might be a little bit weird. You might want to ease into that.
Yeah. So
sort of, kind of. So shout out to Brian. What's up, man?
Yeah.
He's been commenting on here. Make sure you share the page too, cuz.
So he says, avoid text in all caps, y'all.
Right.
He said, avoid texting about important things. OMG, I hated that. Okay, so I'm not going to text you about what the thing is. I'm just going to give you a precursor hey, babe, we need to talk about something when you get home. I'm not getting ready to say, you know what you did? Because you can read a text message in the wrong tone.
Yeah, but either way, like I said, it doesn't work. Because when you say that, the first thing that comes to my mind, babe, I was just standing in front of you.
But what?
Why would you do this? Why would you? Because I like to have these conversations. So, I think,
don't be having time for.
I know, but depending on, I guess that's also too, that's a good word you just brought up, is timing. So timing is everything when you're trying to talk about hot topics.
Yeah, read that other one.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just literally, you gotta, it's hard to explain, but you know when the perfect time is.
Yes.
You're in your own relationship, so you know when the perfect time is.
When I read Brian's other comment, it said I used to wait until she was in a real good mood. If she's upset, everything I'm saying won't register till days later, which is very true. So this reminded me of asking your parents for something. You had to wait till your mama was in a good mood to ask her, could you go somewhere or for some extra money or something. I feel like mood does play a big, huge part in it for sure. Let's see, other comments.
Well, the other comments is just, shout out to Andrew, man.
The cake man.
We were talking about, hey, look, just call me. You know what I'm saying? What else does he got on here?
Don't hit me before I go to work.
Yeah,
see, and that's where I'm at. I don't want to tell him before I go to work.
Please don't. You know what I mean? It's those.
Or he said, don't tell me while I'm at work.
But those are different relationships.
I know.
Relationships.
And that's how I'm feeling.
I'm pretty much sure that these people are probably, when they're at work, they're working. So they have stuff that they're doing 24/7, and they'd rather just think about work while they're at work. And I think sometimes people in relationships forget that. Because sometimes I do it to you and you've done it to me, to where we'll send each other some important information or just information we just need to answer on, and then wonder why it took us 30 minutes or an hour to reply back. Why? Because, I got busy. Maybe you had a meeting. Maybe in my case, I was in a classroom or whatever the case may be. There's things that happen at work, or if I'm a chef, I'm cooking. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally doing something. We're busy at this time. So it's always not good to do that. You kind of setting yourself up for failure.
I guess I don't put it out there to you to get an answer. It's put it out there for you to just maybe be thinking about it. But I don't want to stress you about it, but I probably do.
But
I put the precursor out there, because it's what else could she?
But look at this. Changes my mentality while I'm at work when you send me those messages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So why would you, if you want me to be in a good place, why would you put me somewhere out where I'm not in a good place?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You would definitely make me start thinking oh my, come on now. Why would you, I'm sitting here trying to do what I'm doing. And then you say that, and it's why are you making me even think about this right now at work? This is definitely a conversation we can have later.
So what should I do? Just wait until you come.
It ain't
back
what
home?
it's me too. Because when I get, come on, babe. When I get in my feels and I get in my feelings, it's like immediately. I'm like, no. If it's not a paragraph, if it's a hey, this is what we gonna. Sometimes it's what's wrong. I'm about to lay it all out to you because you don't want to listen to me, and that's another thing we can talk about. Sometimes you don't listen. This is why texting becomes important in relationships, because when you do have a communication barrier, you got to find something that works. So if texting does work for your relationship, now I'm talking about the relationships that actually are worth something, not the ones that are just there because you hitting it and you quitting it and then you coming back.
Sir.
So what I'm saying is no, I'm being serious. So what I'm saying is you got to look at communication as like we always tell kids with cell phones. Cell phones can be the greatest thing for you or they can be the worst thing for you. You can sit on your cell phone and do absolutely nothing 24/7, or you can sit on your cell phone and find out information that can make you better. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's the same thing with texting. Like I can text you, information because when we communicate face to face, it's hard for us. You know what I'm saying? So I may want to ease into that conversation, or I may want to do that, and we agree that that's something that we can do. You know what I mean? So don't always feel bad about doing it. You know what I'm saying?
This is exactly where I'm coming from. So the comment says, I just try to avoid confrontation at all costs. So I would rather shoot a text to get the conversation started if I know he could get angry or if it's a hot topic, but I do not recommend.
Right,
okay, I get it, but that's where I'm coming from. I don't want the confrontation in person.
But that's for their relationship though.
But that's where I'm at too, but that doesn't work for you, and it sounds like it doesn't work for Andrew either.
Well, I mean, like I said, it depends, babe. It depends on the temperature of the conversation too.
Yeah,
so when we say hot topic,
I'm just getting a little filler out there when I shoot you the text, because then you know what? Never mind. Forget I even said that.
But check this out, but let's just be for real. We know for a fact, when you have not even when you're texting, sometimes it's not to get it started. Sometimes it's like we super mad and we didn't come up with an agreement. And now we've had about 20 minutes or 30 minutes to actually be apart and calm down. So then we can kind of sum up what we're trying to say.
Yeah, that's after happened. The talk.
Yeah, that's happened too. That's happened though.
I know I'm talking about the initiation.
Well, that's
part
stupid.
Of it.
Put it like that. That's stupid.
So it's stupid for me to text you when.
Yes, if it's the start of the conversation.
No, absolutely. It's just to say, hey, I was thinking about such and such.
It don't sound.
You don't have to.
Let's keep it
text me. Okay, but this is what my intent is. You don't have to text me about it right now, but we need to talk about.
Great, but your intent in reality is different. So if your intent is to be one thing. Okay, but
that's where I'm telling you where I'm coming from.
Okay, but you can tell me, but your reality of your text message still has to make sense for anything, for us and for other people. The reality of what you're saying, your intent could be, hey, I just want to let you know that's what's going on. Now, but I feel like you're still talking about something else too. Because if you're just saying to get you thinking about it, I still agree with Andrew and everybody else on here. Which is don't get me stressed. If you know I'm gonna be,
that's never.
Because you know how.
Also, but okay,
well, reality.
Okay,
right?
I want y'all to take into consideration the person that's holding in the information too. I'm sitting here all day with the topic on my brain.
Same.
No, not same yet, because I'm sitting here with it on my brain for 8 hours plus. So I don't text you about it. I need to wait till you come home, and then blah, 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 blah. I'm going to spill it all on you that way instead of letting a little bit seep out at a time. It could be same once you get the information, and that is how you're feeling once I tell you.
What I'm saying is, what you're saying, I feel the same way when I'm in that same mode. So when I'm saying same, I'm like, okay, agreed. In this point, that's what I mean. Agreed. So what do we do, when I'm feeling this way and you not? You get what I'm saying?
Right. So if you would shoot me a text message, I didn't like how blah, blah, blah,
not necessarily.
I'm just saying it would be the same thing, reciprocating.
Not necessarily. What I do is I try to avoid you. So when I'm about to when I know I'm mad, because it's so this is why I'm about to say something you might not like. So when I know that I'm mad, and I know that if I put like this, if I know that I'm mad and I know that what I'm about to say to you is about to start a big conversation, I got to check myself.
So you don't say nothing all day to me?
No, not all day. That's
no. I'm talking about. I know, but you're putting in
your own words. What I'm saying is, I don't say nothing to you until I know I have the right thing to say. So even if the text message is, "Hey, what's up? What's going on? How's your day?" or whatever the case may be, or it can be, "Hey, babe, I'm still kind of pissed off." And you know what I mean? It could be anything, but it's still, when I text you, I've had time to think about it, because I know that even if I say, "Hey, babe, I'm still pissed off," and that sounds really bad to you, I'm glad it did, because at that time my intent was to get you to understand that something is going on with me. That's how I operate. You may not operate that way, but my intent sometimes, but majority of the time, is my reality. That's why my friends don't know how to handle me, because you're like this too. You're brutally honest sometimes, so they don't understand. We've been arguing, and then I'll be like, "Yes, I understand what you're saying," and then it's crickets, and then it's like, but what's the whole point of having the conversation?
Like, how do we even get
right?
Here?
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm like that just in general. So, my thing is that's why I said intent versus reality. So, if your intent is something, make sure whatever the hell you're gonna say is gonna be exactly what you want to do. So, if your intent is to make me think about it, or that's cool. That text message will be cool.
The intent is to get a little relief off of me, so that you can think about it at the same time I'm thinking about it,
right.
And we can come together afterwards in person and talk about it. I kind of feel like it's mapping out the the dialogue.
But just always remember, that's for you too. You get what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but hear what I'm saying. Yes, that's what you're saying, but hear what I'm saying. I'm saying that's what you need to do. So just because you need to do this to de-stress yourself, you could be stressing out someone else when you do it. I know this is usually our dating podcast, but let's take this out with our friendships too. Just because I need a release and I need to say, "Oh, this was good for me," that doesn't mean whoever you're releasing it to is good for them.
I know, that's very true. But that's what I'm saying. What do I do? Do I sacrifice my own feelings?
You do everything.
For yours?
Nope. You do everything with your own intent, as long as you know that there's a certain reality that comes with that intent. So if you know for a fact, if you're doing it to de-stress yourself, then that is fine. But just know that coming back could be a different kind of there's a couple responses that can come for that. Either Cortez will be like, "Okay, babe, I'll talk to you later," or it'll be, "Well, what's wrong with you?" Or it'll be, "What's wrong with you?" You know what I'm saying? So definitely stay tuned to that. Guys, if we're having some type of Wi-Fi connection or anything like that, just stay with us. We're going to continue to keep the show. I know it's
no, you don't have to do that. I can read it. It says, "What happened to being able to be completely open and comfortable to approach your partner anytime? Not even feeling like it's going to be an issue, because both people are that understanding of each other's feelings."
Because that's kumbaya, my
That's
Lord.
cute.
That's kumbaya, my Lord. That's real.
This is 10 plus years married, and
you're right. That does happen.
10 more years.
But when you get married, people get on your nerves.
Anything can get on your nerves.
And things are hot topics. When we say hot topics, that don't mean we're gonna break up either. So let's keep that. So I like what you're saying with the understanding of each other's feelings. So that no. What I'm saying is that really is
seriously.
Yeah, with the understanding of each person's feelings, but. Let's be realistic here. When someone really is just upset, you can't. It's hard for people to stay calm or use things that works immediately. You know what I mean? Sometimes it may take your spouse listening to you, or it may take your spouse maybe just taking a step back, so then we can understand better. But sometimes when it's a hot topic, so let's just do this. Let's just do this. So if a hot topic is, babe, we're not having enough sex, or babe, you're spending too much time in other places than you're spending with me, quality time. So hey, babe, we're not, we're not doing something like we used to do it. which is actually going into our second part of this. But yeah, we're not doing something like we used to do it. And it's a hot topic because I know that you're growing and I get it. And you got a lot of things that's happening with you. I understand that, for guys and for guys and girls, or whatever your relationship looks like, guys and guys, women and women, like your body is changing. You know what I'm saying? So you may not be as comfortable with your body as you was in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So that could be a thing, but people don't just come out and say those things. There's things that happen to when it comes. So that's a hot topic. So when you're trying to approach somebody about, hey, why don't we have enough sex, or why does it seem like you don't want to spend enough time with me? That's not always something that's just cool over a text message. That's something that would be like, yo, we got to find time. And I think what my wife doesn't give herself credit for is that when she says it, she's not talking about everything in a text message. She's just saying, hey, babe, we need to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
That's all I'm saying. It's the feeler out there.
Yeah.
Not to scare you like the sitcoms. We need to talk. But it's just something's been on my mind and I just kind of wanted to talk to you about it. It's important to me, but that is the understanding piece. So it does take your spouse. That's why I said you got to check your own feelings though sometimes. Because if I know that this is the only way, not the only way, but this is one of the ways that she's trying to get me to have a conversation that's deep about it, I got to check my own feelings. I can't be a jerk, and don't be jerks. Like, don't be somebody that's just be like, well, I'm just saying, like, I hate people like, if y'all know me, I hate people like that. Like, if I'm trying to be honest with you, or I'm trying to give you like information, or trying to get to a point where we can talk, like, don't be a jerk when I'm being honest with you. Don't be a jerk when I'm like being vulnerable. And you should never do that to your spouse, especially if you're married. When they are showing you how vulnerable they are, or they're showing you like, hey, this is something that we really want to have a conversation about. Do not be a butthole, man. Like take that time and say, okay, even if you don't have time to talk, just say, hey, babe, can we please, you know what I'm saying? Can we please like talk about this when I get home? You know what I'm saying? Like, or hey, I understand how you feel right now, but for me to explain this a little bit more, I need more time. And then the other person has to learn how to respect that. Like, it is what it is. You guys are in charge of your own feelings, and y'all need to hear that more often. You are in charge of your own feelings. Whatever happens, and how you retaliate, that is not on the other person. That is on you. That's very true.
You are in control over your own emotions. So
it's so hard though.
It is, but life's hard. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Just think about it. Like, you don't, like, in our relationship, this is the thing about marriage that's so not necessarily complicated. I think this is the beauty and the work of it. It's like, why do I feel like I got to keep doing this with you? You know what I'm saying? Like, or not even why we got to keep doing this with you. How you don't understand me like kind of like what that person was saying. How you don't understand me at this point? Like, why do you keep like get it together? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not about to keep acting like I'm crazy, or you not about to keep making me look like you get your own self together. Like, don't keep doing me like that. Like, because I'm telling you, you're not going to get anywhere. Oh yeah, you will. You'll get frustrated. It's the only place you'll go. You go somewhere, you get frustrated, and then you start doing things that are not even what you want in your marriage. Like
because you didn't talk.
Oh, exactly. All because you didn't have a conversation. You didn't know how to start it, or you didn't know how to
start it.
Know. But now let's go deeper, babe. So now once you in it, because now it's about reacting. Like, we kind of talked about it, but now once you in it, the hot topic we brought it up, and now we're talking. Let's say we eased into it. It wasn't even like a hard bull rush. You know what I'm saying? It was just, hey, we eased into the conversation. It's, it seems like it's going well. What are some, not necessarily tips, but what are some of the things that you want to do to make sure both people are getting their point across? And the big one is there's a solution.
Well,
or some kind of
I think
agreement.
that we have to know each other's triggers.
That's good.
Before triggers, I think you need to assume positive intent.
Yeah.
With your spouse. So I have to keep remembering we're on the same team. So whatever we're going to speak about, the solution does have to happen at the end of the day. This is great advice, Jessica. Take your own advice. Is really what I'm trying to say. Because once you get in into the thick of it, you really kind of have to remember that stuff. It's going to happen simultaneously. You can't just, it's hard to think about it while you're in the moment, is what I'm saying. So Andrew did say, write it down while you're separate. If you want to write down some things you want to bring up during the conversation, but I guess it's, you look at it before you talk to your spouse or whatever. But if you don't do that, just stuff is flying out your mouth, and then you get slick, and then feelings get hurt, and then you're reading body language, and I ain't say nothing, and eyebrows raised, and we both get into a bad spot. But if we take a little moment, a little step back before we say what we're going to say, I think that we can assume positive intent for each other and know that we're on the same team and come to a solution. Because if you're mad about something, I'm not solving nothing right now. Just leave me alone.
Well, I think that goes back to timing again. And when I say timing, not just when you bring up the conversation, but knowing when to say something. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So timing is important. But I'm going to say something that is very key, and a lot of people just don't do it. And that is shut up and listen. The triggers are good. The assuming positive intent is great. I love both of those. But sometimes you got to shut your mouth and listen to what they're actually saying. You get what I'm saying? Like, you got to listen to, like, okay, so what are they saying? Are they saying that they're mad because of this? Are they saying they're mad because of something else?
Yeah, I think a lot of our arguments linger on because of some misunderstanding that we could have nipped in the bud in the beginning of the conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, if we would have just heard each other from the beginning, we'd probably be saying the same thing.
That is true. And, I think we're talking about us in particular.
Yes, us.
One of our particular things is we don't never come up with a solution. That's why I say that's a hard thing. You said this thing called we don't agree to disagree, and I agree with that. But also, it's just like sometimes there's no solution. There can even be a solution. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is a solution, but it doesn't feel like when you're done. You know what I'm saying? When you're done, it just doesn't feel like nothing was like it was done. But it's like, again, it's hard for me because you know how I am. I'm like, okay, so you want me? Okay, I'll do it. And then it's like, but no.
So can you go back to the agree to disagree part? Are you saying that I'm okay with agreeing to disagree, but you're not? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, because I don't think sometimes in arguments that's not like the solution. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it just has to be because you're done. You know what I mean? There's nothing else that you can say. So, and there's nothing else that I can say. So we like I said, we do it because we have to do it. And there's no need to keep dragging it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's why I said sometimes it feels like there's no solution. Because it's like, okay, we're doing this. And maybe that's more, again, I got to get my own personal feelings in check. And you need to check yourself as well. And say,
that check was hard. How you said that?
I'm just saying,
wait
you need to check yourself, and I need to check myself. You know what I mean? But for real, I really think people need to shut up and listen. I'm talking about in the heat of the argument.
True.
Just be quiet. Y'all keep talking over each other. Y'all keep saying stuff. Shh. Like, just
babe, but I'm going to say something, though. When we in argument mode, I feel like you be having a lot to say. And then I don't.
Nobody wants to argue with me. Like,
I don't. And that's why I be
trash.
like, okay.
It's trash. You win. Because sometimes
that's the solution sometimes to me.
Like, no. But that's not good. That's agree to disagree.
No, but I don't want you to. That's not agreeing to disagree.
To me?
No, I don't want you to feel like.
Okay, you win. All right. I never feel good when you say it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, oh yeah, you win. Like I'm gonna be like, yes, thank you. Like,
I just don't want you.
You gonna say you win and to be mad for the rest of the night?
No, I'm not mad. I'll be blessed and highly favored after that. You just want me to be mad. I just don't want to argue no more. I'll be so done.
You're saying exactly what I'm saying.
But no, if I label it, hold on.
I'm sorry.
If I label it as agree to disagree, it's packaged up differently than okay, you win. That feels different.
Intent and reality again. So your intent is to say we agree to disagree, but the reality is just like I'm listening to you, your body language, what you say, how you act after it's over. Like all of this is okay. So we're gonna agree to disagree.
Well, That's not it.
Like, okay, if we agree to disagree, what the hell's wrong with you still? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's just be for real. Like, it works for, let me say this. It works for some people. And
I just want you to know that agree to disagree is not a scapegoat either. Because sometimes it's truly, I feel this way, and I'm going to feel this way, and you feel your way, and that's it.
Okay. Yeah. See, I just feel like we're getting somewhere. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments.
So distracted.
I was reading the comments. No, I was just reading the comments because I'm like, it says,
no one cares about you two.
About who?
Us. They trolling us. We didn't make it.
We didn't made it. Because I was like, I thought that said like no Cortez on there. No. But I was like, no Cortez about you two. No one cares about you two. Oh, God bless you. God bless you. God is good. So anyways, we ain't goes. I don't even know. They ain't got a name. So anyways, and it's situational. The extra stuff after is a problem. Yes, exactly. So like
it is
all the things that are happening to you all during this argument. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember that, like I said, there's got to be a solution. Like, you got to find a way to keep it moving. Like, you got to find a way to say, okay, if we doing this, if we're going to agree to disagree, if we're going to say that this is the solution, you can't, like, I mean, I guess you can be mad. I mean, it's on you.
I don't.
But I'm not saying you, but I'm just saying everybody in the situation, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't just do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, I disagree with that comment. That last comment.
What's that?
Men are simple. Don't tell me we cool and we not. Okay, so my husband is not simple about being cool, because I can say I'm cool and he's still gonna think about it. It's like he can't just shut it off. Like the way I cut off an argument, I could truly be done with it. Like I could truly move on, but he really thinks that I'm just assuming here. So he really thinks that I'm still upset about it, but I could really have moved on. Like, come on, let's go get something to eat.
Yeah.
Like but that's not good for him. If he doesn't talk it out, babe, anytime I'm like, we're done arguing, I'm so done arguing. Like,
okay, give me a percentage of this. I need to know.
Every time we argue, I'm never pissed anymore.
Okay.
I have moved on, but I feel like you want me to be upset, so that keeps it festering, and it just sparks back up with one little comment.
Dear women, please stop saying that men want you to be upset.
But okay, so just leave me alone. Once we have got done arguing, and I agree to disagree, or we have a solution. We're literally done. Like, I just don't have anything else to give.
But do you understand that women are the queen of that?
Queen of what?
Like, if I don't have anything, I don't have anything. But you keep prying.
Who's prying?
Baby, please don't do that.
What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is like you're saying that when you're okay, I think that, you know what I mean, basically what
No, that's not what I'm saying. I said when we're in an argument and we end the argument, if I have ended it with an agree to disagree, or we actually have a solution, I'm legit done. Like, there's nothing else that's going to come of this argument. But if I sit on the couch and just chill, I'm going to be looked at like, oh, she raised her left eyebrow. So something's wrong with her still. And literally, nothing is wrong with me anymore.
Honey. So like I said, because I was on the right path. Same. So like that's babe, you what? Like, women are the queens of that. If I tell you ain't nothing if I say I'm good after an argument and there's nothing wrong with me, and I'm doing that, I'm giving the same example. I'm sitting on, oh babe, come on now. You telling me
because I know that something's for real wrong with you. I know nothing's wrong with me, but I know something's wrong with you. Because even before this whole podcast today, nothing's wrong with you. And then I ask you still, I can ask you two hours later, what's wrong? And it's going to correlate back to whatever happened before. Please say I'm lying right now.
No, what I'm saying is that when it happens on the other end, when it's not something, because you're talking about
okay, so what percentage is it when it's not something with you?
A lot of the time.
Okay, well I'm gonna have to.
So why are you getting so? Why,
no. I'm just saying I'm gonna leave it alone, and I'm a just let it play out, and I'm not ever gonna ask you. Not ever.
Why are you being so extra?
No, I'm not being extra. I'm just saying I'm trying to not read into you so much, so that you don't read into me so much after we're done.
I mean, that's with an argument. That's fine. But that's what I said. Like women are the queen of that. Like, you know, and guys, you know, so like stereotypically, like a guy don't care about nothing. Like a guy's brain is not wired the same way as woman. Like a guy, man, we ain't tripping. Like I mean, like honestly, like,
we ain't tripping.
I'm being serious.
That's the new podcast. We ain't tripping.
You're playing. What I'm saying is, I'm so like sometimes I am not like, bruh, like chill out. Like you said, you're kind of creating this monster. Like you can talk to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not. I
mean, you know what? That's a great question, Andrew.
What is that?
He says, so how are we supposed to act if we know something for real is wrong with you?
That's what.
How about leave me alone till I bring it back up?
So same.
But ain't nothing wrong with me. And since you're saying same, babe, listen, I'm going to be more aware of this going forward, and we shall see. All I can say to this is, we shall see. We shall see. What Drake said, we gonna see. That's it. That's it. I'm not finna say nothing to you when you on your way to work.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
no, but we're just going to have to see.
I know, but that's what I said. I think sometimes in arguments and sometimes in relationships, what happens is like you guys are sometimes you grow into not necessarily the same person, but like emotionally you become the same person sometimes. Where you like don't really like I'm not mad all the time.
Oh, I know, and I've been trying to use other adjectives. Heard me trying that?
Janae, like get off of just us. What I'm saying is, in general, like we're not like you're not mad all the time. You're not frustrated all the time. You're not aggravated all the time. You're not in a bad space all the time.
True.
So whatever the case may be is. It's literally what you said earlier. If you assume positive, listen to yourself. So if you're telling me to assume positive intent, you do the same. That's why I said check your own reality. Check your own self.
And that's why I said we shall see, because I feel like.
But what are you saying? We shall see. Like
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like I know you more than you know me.
I don't.
I'm just gonna leave you alone.
I know. I'm just saying, but I'm just listening to exactly what it is.
I know
that you're saying, and I'm letting. See, this is why I said that's the power of listening sometimes, because, like you're hearing what they're saying, and you're like trying to make sense of it. But then when you give the examples of, hey, what, like, you know, what are you saying? Because you kind of do the same thing, and then, well, no, it ain't what I do. No, we are totally different. I'm like, we are. You're right. We are totally different. We handle things differently. But
okay, that's what I was going to say.
But the same way
we handle things differently.
Yeah, so like I'm serious. Like the same way you're saying about me and how I pry with you, and how I'll be like, no, there is something wrong with you. You still so mad. You sitting here like, ain't nothing wrong with me. I'm fine. I'm good. Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. But at the same time, I'm telling you to do the same with me. Like I will be sitting here playing a game and not thinking about nothing but trying to score 1,000 points in this game. And you still mad about earlier. What?
I will not walk up to you and say you still mad about earlier.
Okay, when I finish the game.
No, I just be like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, because that's your key word. What's wrong with you? Goddamn, what's wrong with you? Nothing.
No, it's never that chill though. It's so not that chill. I'm sorry. It's just not.
You know what I think with you? You got this. This is going into. You got these past.
Okay, that's going
past
into the
experiences with me.
Yes.
That's really getting
very
you.
True.
That's really that you're holding on to.
Very true.
You're not letting me grow at all. Like you just trying to keep me It is so funny because you said the same thing.
It's not about me not letting you grow.
No, I'm saying mentally. I'm not saying everything else, but mentally or emotionally, you're trying to like, or even socially, I guess, however we want to say it, like you're treating me the same way as you treated me since we were 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You're not even looking at the 32-year-old.
I have said this.
That's why my thing.
Okay,
with
that's
some
good.
people,
that's it right there.
Some people, I'm serious. Like some people need to hear same sometimes because it's like maybe that's the small little aha moment. It's like, oh snap, maybe I'm not looking at him like
that's true.
Maybe I'm not looking at her.
Your next question: are you present in your relationship or going off past experiences? And maybe that piece is truly what I've held on to because of how you reacted to stuff in the past. Mm-hmm. So you're absolutely right. And apparently I'm an elephant because I remember it all and can't disassociate.
No, you don't remember. You remember it with me. Like you remember it all with everybody else. Because that's the biggest thing. See, so the thing
I'm talking about us, sir.
We are. But
look,
see,
right here,
I know, but this is what I'm talking about. So, like, this is why I said check yourself, because I had to check myself about this. And it's like, how do I, even if I deal with other people differently because they're just other people, I need to learn. I know, but I need to learn some of those tips because those tips has got me far. Those tips have got me to a place where people can actually have conversations with me and I can pry back. I can ask questions and they can answer and not feel so, bad about themselves or just, what I mean? We're able to have a healthy conversation or a healthy debate and go back and forth. The only heated debate outside of you and me is me and my brother. You know what I'm saying? And when we go back, and I'm just saying, like we go back and forth because that's my brother. So like we will go literally, we will yell and scream and
and then I'll take a nap and then y'all be like, still be arguing.
No, you're talking about the length. All I'm talking about is how we're finishing this thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. All right, bro, I'll see you tomorrow. Like, that's it.
That's what I want.
But you got to check yourself though, because that's
okay. So that's solely on me.
Yes, why are you offended? Yes,
I'm offended because it takes two to argue.
So it's solely on me too, but it is solely on you. So
it's on both of us.
Okay, don't matter. You still got to check yourself. Why you worry about both? Worry about yourself. You worry about you.
Because we are one.
Girl, boo, tie these shoes. You better get.
It says the Hamptons.
Through. I understand. Right, but what I'm saying is still, you have to understand that when you check yourself and you deal with other people in a certain kind of way, bring those good things in when you're trying to argue or you having a heated topic with your spouse. Like some of those good things that you do, if it's listening habits, if it's staying patient, if it's staying calm, if it's not taking everything seriously, but just really listening, listening to what's going on, then try it. I'm not saying it's going to always work.
Out why is that so hard to do?
It is hard. It's hard for me to
do when I can just instinctually do it with anybody else.
Because you want me to, like, this is going to sound bad, but like, you want me to change more than you want somebody else to change.
Yeah, because that's true. I don't care about other people as much as I care about you.
So like you want me
I don't even tolerate them on that level.
Not even just tolerate.
No, it's like I just don't even have to feel like I'm dealing with anything because
not even that. I just think you don't look for somebody to change, like because you
that's
take
what
the
I'm
approach.
saying. I'm not dealing with them on that level, so
but
I don't even care about the change.
You know what approach you take?
What?
If you ain't gonna change, that's on you.
I mean, I know where I have to deal with you at. Like I deal with you on that level. Mm-hmm. But I guess I know I want more for us. So we need to be on a different level.
I know, but it takes two to tango, boo.
I already said that. Yeah. Run the take back. I didn't say tango, but I said
argue. You said a lot of your own solutions.
I know.
So a lot of the things you said.
And I also said in this very podcast, just take your own advice. Yeah. I said that earlier.
That's why I said you said a lot of things in here that, don't call yourself a clown. Like, just, a lot of things that you said.
On YouTube.
A lot of things you said. No, don't, because, I'm a gangster for real.
Okay.
You can't do me like that. So,
okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to reel me back. So what I'm saying is you got to understand that, like, just be okay with that, though. Like, sometimes we want things to change in our relationship so bad that we just we're adding chaos to something that doesn't even need to be chaotic. Like, that's even in work. It's the same thing with work. Like sometimes when you think about things, you're like, wait a minute.
That's true.
It don't have to be this crazy.
An email thread today did not have to be 35 emails long to answer a yes or no question.
Exactly. Or so even things with us, like, hey, what is the real? Because to me, don't come in hot if you don't know what the hell your solution is going to be. Like, if you don't know what you're trying to get to, stop trying to just be like, okay. Or if you don't know where we're going to go to, don't come in hot. And you want to have a solution. It's one thing if you just want to talk. Like I think that kind of just.
I was going to say, I never am going to reach a solution if we're already hot, or if one of us is hot. I feel like still, I'm not even looking for a solution. I'm on shutdown at that point.
Right. So
and that's why I said my agree to disagree is different than okay, you win. Because okay, you win is I don't even want to talk about it at all. Because I don't even want to know if I agree with you at that point. Like, that's why I said it's different.
Yeah. That's a good one. No one likes when you ride in silence, boss. I remember
mad at me when I ride in silence in the car, but I think about everything in that moment and try to apologize when I realize it's wrong.
And so she said this earlier too, man. Shout out to your wife, Candace. She said that you're not simple. You try to put men are simple. You're right. Men are simple, but then there's guys that actually try to be a good husband.
Yeah.
They try their best.
Said,
when because a lot of times, as good husbands too, we make a lot of mistakes just naturally too. We do. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like when you're turning into a good husband when you're genuinely trying to find a way to apologize and be sincerely like, no, for real, I don't want you to think that I'm this kind of way. And I think the same for women. I think the same for wives as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, you know what? My bad.
I did a little bit too much.
And that, to me, that is a sign of you taking your time, you're breathing through whatever it is, and actually saying, okay, I was tripping. You checking yourself. You're like, okay, I was tripping. Maybe I should have been tripping that bad. You know what I mean? But my point, I still want to get across. But if I wanted to get my point across, maybe I shouldn't have did it that way. Because look what happens when I got super mad, or when I got super frustrated, or when I just stopped talking, or when I did whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I think that is key, Andrew. You just put up here, I just need time to reflect. I don't think people realize how much men need to do that. I know women need to reflect. Women need a lot of time as well, but men need to reflect too. Like, we need to have some time to be like, yo, okay, all right, man, what are you trying to say? Because again, we're like, what is it? We're like waffles and you're like spaghetti. Is that right?
Yeah.
So like we're in one square at a time sometimes, and we just hear it one square, and then when you're branching everything together because your sauce is flowing and your spaghetti is long and all these different ingredients is in, it's like, wait a minute, but they're all connected. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the main thing, really, because when I sit there after we've argued and like you said, you may have moved on, but I'm looking at you and I'm adding everything together. Like I said, his left eyebrow raised. So that happened because of what happened 2 hours ago. I know, but maybe you truly did move on.
And not even just that. It's just like naturally, two people still need time to cool off.
Yeah.
Like that's got to be that's kind of what Andrew said. I need time to be in silence and things like people need time to cool off. You cannot have an argument like that and then think nobody need time to chill afterwards. That's the truth. If you got time to chill or you got time to do something, and let's say you don't leave the house and you just here, like, dude, I'm not just gonna be like, well, all right, okay, cool, let's go, because then it's not gonna feel genuine. And
that's what you be saying to me. That it doesn't feel genuine.
Right, it's not gonna feel genuine. It's not just but I just chill out.
For me, I think that's a coping mechanism where I just don't want to even be in that space anymore. So I try to completely 180 my attitude so that I can just disassociate from how I was feeling, because I can't stand to argue. Like, I just don't. I don't like the way it feels. Like, it hurts my feelings arguing, for real.
The only thing you got to do is check yourself. Like, the only thing I can do in that situation is check myself. If I say I don't want to argue, I need to stop arguing. Like, I mean, I can't say anything else after that. Like seriously, like if If I genuinely say, if I really believe that I do not want to argue, and I do this, I'm not trying to argue. Like, I'm not trying to. Well, we're not arguing. Well, it feels like I'm about to argue with you. You know what I mean? It feels like whatever you're trying to do is not working because I feel like I'm about to get mad. And I feel like I'm not. Why you get mad? Okay, so now we're arguing because now you're wondering about things.
Dang, it sounds like I'm nagging you.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Examples.
It could. Well, it could be. It could be, babe. It could be that you're nagging me at that time. Whatever. But what I'm saying is just, again, listen to what people are saying and take them seriously. Again, I'll say this 1,000 times on our season. Be intentional in everything that you do in your relationship. If you say you don't want to argue, if you say you don't want something to get out of control, if you say you want things to be better, if you say you want a solution, if you say you want things in your relationship, you have to be intentional. And sometimes being intentional means you hurt your own feelings. Sometimes that means you check yourself before you say something, before you do something, before you make another move. You got to just check yourself because you could be wrong or you could just be adding flame to the fire. Instead of trying to cool it down, you're just literally just adding more and more crap to it.
It's so hard.
If that makes sense.
It is. It's just hard. It's hard to do.
But see, I see that she's saying, Candace said, and your tone is huge part of any conversation or argument. I'm gonna say this. If you're arguing, why are you worried about somebody's tone?
What do you mean?
It is what it is. I'm arguing with you. So obviously,
an argument doesn't have to be like,
for you it don't. But for me, it can mean
an argument else. Is a point, getting your point across. You trying to make me understand your point, and I'm trying to make you understand mine. So when your tone gets out of pocket, I don't want to hear anything else you had to say.
But guess what? That's how you argue. So if you're
how do you argue? You feel like you
Janae, don't. So first of all, you hear that? So what I'm saying, you heard the tone in that. So what I'm saying is, don't act like when you argue and you just because you argue this way, that don't mean I argue the same way, boo-boo. That means if you think arguing is you're saying something to me that offends me and I'm not able to react.
No, not offending.
It don't matter. It did. That's what I'm saying. Like you talking about things that you think.
And that's when you check yourself. Like you said, if my intent was not to offend you and you took offense to something, that's when you sit there and go, am I crazy for thinking that the way she said
so
that
I'm
was
saying
wrong?
Your tone, what you still not hearing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if you're going to go into an argument, because both of y'all know it's an argument at one point. Like there's a point in every discussion where you know, like, wait a minute, this is becoming an argument now because we're going back and forth. That means, sweetie, that your tone has changed, my tone has changed. This is an argument. So if we are basing off tone changing, it goes back, I guess, to what you said and what I've been saying. So you check your own damn self. So before you say anything to me that you think like, oh, I can say this, it's hard in an argument. My whole point really is it's hard in an argument to check a tone if you're arguing. A conversation, she said conversation or conversation, I think is different because there's levels to where when you're just talking, like you said, we're just talking, we're going here, and then it takes that weird turn and you notice it and you realize.
So if we're in a conversation and I say something that offends you, and then your tone changes.
So what do you say when I say I don't want to talk about this because it's making me mad? And then what you say? Come on, let's keep it all the way 100, boo. Now, if we're having a conversation, sweetie, and you say something that ticks me off, because this is me. I ain't talking about nobody else now. If you're talking to me, and I even give you some of this that I'm giving you now, I'm like, hey, babe.
That's the tone that's changing. I'm finna not talk no more. Like, I'm finna just shut down.
Because you know what?
Because of the way that your tone is.
Right.
But it wasn't my tone that initiated it. It's just the words I said.
Did you get where you wanted to be at?
What do you mean?
Did you get when you started this conversation and my tone changed because of the argument? Did you get where you want to be when you started this conversation? Where you wanted to end?
No.
All right. So yes, both of us need to check ourselves when you're having a conversation. So what I'm saying is in the argument though, like I said, that tone is, I put like this. Let me explain it. So with me, when I'm arguing with somebody, I expect their tone to change. I expect them to get mad.
I know. I just want people.
That's cool, but again,
to converse with me.
Honey, you're proving my point. When you just said I don't, okay, cool, but that's what you think. I expect, like, if I say something crazy to somebody, I expect them to come back and say something slick. I say something this, or maybe even to respond differently, and I don't know what to do. So then I do immediately have to check myself. But I'm not going to judge their tone simply because I know I'm with the stuff right now. So if I'm with it and you with it, then we going to just do it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's why I say the assuming positive intent when you go into a conversation with your spouse, because then you're not there to take jabs at each other and to talk crazy to each other.
True. I mean, it's true.
That's not the goal for any conversation.
I think that's not right. I don't think that's the goal for any conversation. But we're going back to what you said, a hot topic as well. So when you're talking about things that people are sensitive to as well, you know what I mean? I just think you got to maturely know that if I'm sensitive about a sex topic, or I'm sensitive about a quality time topic, or I'm sensitive about anything jealousy or trust, or like me personally, and I can be wrong, me personally, I just think you maturely have to expect sometimes like things might not go as planned when you have that conversation with somebody. So if my end goal is to get some type of solution, to me, in my opinion, it's goofy for me to then get upset or get away and shut down when this person is obviously showing that they, upset or frustrated, showing their emotion about what you just said to them. So why am I basing that off of anything? I know that this is a hot topic.
Because that's not how a conversation continues.
I know, but it's a hot topic. But it's a hot topic, right?
I understand that, but I'm saying, like, if, just like you said, this goes back to the beginning. So if I brought something to you about sex or jealousy or cheating or anything like I don't know, the things you just said, how am I supposed to bring it to you so that your tone doesn't change? No,
what I'm saying is you can assume what you want, but just because people are sensitive to stuff. Like, why
I'm asking you.
And I'm telling you that you have to realize that people are sensitive to no matter what it is. Just because it's something for you, it's something for somebody else. So if it's cool for you and it's easy for you to talk about, it might not be so easy for me to talk about.
I understand. So I'm asking, how does Jessica come to Cortez about hot topics?
Janae, you got to chill out. So if I'm
already chill. If I'm
honey, what I'm telling you is, if you're coming to me about something and I get upset with you, if you just shut down, does that prove anything that you need when you brought it to me? So if you, instead of shutting down and not getting anything and then being mad about it tomorrow and then being mad about it 2 days from now or being mad about it a month from now or whatever the case may be, if you know for a fact that things may change, this is a hot topic. I'm going off what you're saying. If it's a hot topic or if it's something that's really, could be something emotional because you know your spouse and you know who they are. If you know that, I'm just saying, to me, you goofy and you a little silly for being like, oh, okay, well, you're not trying to have a conversation with me. Well, I mean, if it's a sensitive topic or if it's, I'm probably not. I'm sorry. I'm probably not going to give you the best thing because I don't know. And maybe it's finding the right time.
So my question is,
why you keep asking me more questions?
Well, no. Okay. My understanding of what you just said is I need to come to you in a calming tone and also at the right time, even about hot topics. And even if you still get upset about the topic, no matter how calm and sweet I bring it to you, I'm supposed to endure when you get upset and just take your tone, stand through it, and then wait till a solution comes out of it.
No, if you don't want to, that's how you.
But so when I shut down, that's wrong.
Exactly. What I'm saying is you get what you get in an argument. Like what I'm saying, like, because I'm looking at the word argument as something that we're going back and forth about. I'm not looking at an argument as a solution. That's why I said a conversation. I'm breaking down exactly what you said. So if you're saying a conversation and you're talking about something, you're not going to get this tone. It might get there, but then we're going to be able to reel it back down because of how we started. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm arguing about something to prove usually when you argue, you're just trying to prove your point about something.
Babe, we sat here and said that arguing in the beginning, and you say you want to find a solution. Say it gets to an argument, whatever. But I'm supposed to stand through that and just wait for you to calm down.
Yes.
So where's the?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. Check yourself.
I did check myself when I came to you the first time in a chill mode.
I don't know, babe. So the real answer is I don't know, but I'm just saying with me, because you keep talking about you. So with me, I don't give two bleeps about you being a certain kind of way, because in this moment, I want to make sure that we understand a point. So if you ain't trying to understand a point, then guess what? We're going to be talking about this another day, because if you don't want to talk about it now, we're going to talk about it later. So what it is what it is. If that's how you're going to be, if this is how you're going to be at the moment, guess what? You're going to be mad again, because we're going to have the same conversation when you either cool down or when you get to a point where you need to have the conversation.
So that right there makes me feel like I can't talk to you about hot button issues
but
or
that's
hot
not
topics.
True, don't talk like
true. I'm just saying, for anyone, if I see that I bring hot topics to you, even if I'm calm, even if I'm chill, and because they are the issues that they are, you're going to blow up anyway. You said they're hot topics.
You're wrong, because what I'm saying is,
what you
if
said.
You have it, no, sweetie. What I'm saying is, literally, if you're having please listen to me. If you're having the conversation and you're coming in cool, and it goes up and down, most likely in that conversation, you'll be able to handle that situation. But again, tone in an argument, the difference is I think one way and you think another. And that's just not clear for you. So what I'm saying is, what our argument for me is, tone can be up, down, around, skip to my loo, do, whatever it is. I don't care, because we about to argue, cuz. So it is what it is. So I don't care about none of that. I don't care if you get petty. I don't care if you can get petty all you want, because then if you get petty, I'm gonna beat it, like, because I'm arguing. I'm in that mode. Like it is what it is. But you see how
these conversations don't stay conversations for very long because of tone.
Janae, understand it. But I just said that, honey. I said in a conversation or argument. So I said on the argument piece, I don't care about the tone.
That's fine. But how do we keep it at a conversation level? Because as soon as somebody's
so that's tone, good, because that's what you're trying to get to.
Yes, as soon as somebody's tone changes, it turns into an argument.
But guess what I also said? Usually in a conversation, when the tone changes, just because we started out a certain way, we probably won't get so upset and shut down, because we know that ain't how we started. We didn't start with that intent of saying, I'm about to come get you and I don't care what you're talking about, and I got a point to prove. I came to you to have a conversation and to talk to you. So when the tone changes in the conversation, it's a little bit different, because now you know what? You're more willing to will back. You're more willing to say, you know what? Hold on, because we wasn't there at first. Hold on, babe. Like, you're more willing to do that. In an argument, you're not. You're just not.
But as soon as your tone changes in a conversation, that makes me
go,
okay.
Baby, do you just want to say that a conversation can lead to an argument?
That's exactly what I said to the beginning of this.
But guess what? What I'm telling you is this. If it does, it's easier to go back to a conversation and an argument when it goes into an argument, because it started off smoother. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Okay, but not for me, because as soon as I hear your tone, it's a shutdown for me.
I'm a lie. You're lying, because when we have conversations, honey, and we're just talking and it goes into an argument, guess what happens? Because if you want to be 100% real, what usually happens is you get in your mode and you do what you do, but you still finish it out in some kind of way.
But I don't like to do that. Is what I'm saying. I know you don't like it. I know you don't. So when I don't like the part where I'm getting petty and doing all of that back and forth with you, that's when I'm going to shut down.
But I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that's what is happening, and that's what you do. So when that does happen, then we come back, as I said again, and we just have to have this conversation another time, because it didn't end up the way that we wanted it to end.
Okay, so we'll just have to figure out a few different things. How to bring up hot topics to your spouse, when to bring them up, your timing, tone,
absolutely,
all of it,
absolutely, everything. That's why I say everything that you've been saying, babe, like everything that you've already done.
I think we kind of hung up on conversation versus argument, but all I was saying is a conversation can turn into an argument quicker than we think, based on each other's tone.
Again,
you're saying it's easier to back down from a conversation.
Say what I actually said too.
You said it's easier to back down from argument level to conversation if it started at conversation level.
Right. So what's the problem?
But it's not easy for me because I already heard your tone.
I get it. But why do you keep assuming that I changed my tone first?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if that's how it happened. Either way.
But how does it happen? That's what I'm saying. Because how does it turn it? If you brought up a conversation,
well, that's what we just said. The scenario was.
So whose tone? I know, but you're making the assumption that my tone changed.
I said the scenario was if I brought a topic to you, chill, and you didn't like the topic, so and then you reacted.
Understood. But what hold on,
and then you. This is the conversation. I brought a topic to you, chill. You didn't like the topic to begin with. It triggered something in you, and your tone came to me. That was a shutdown mode. Even if you brought something to me in a sugar sweet way, and I didn't like the topic, and my tone changed to you, you're saying you wouldn't shut down as easily as me.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're still doing assumptions. Either way it is. If I come a certain kind of way, you come a certain kind of way. We're both assuming because how do I not know? This is in any conversation. You say that my tone changed first. How do you not know that that's the reason why my tone changed? Because I was offended by what you said, or the way that you said. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So it doesn't really. This is a stupid thing to even talk about.
It's not because as soon as you get offended, you could say, "Babe, that offended me,"
but
or
now
I can say that
who
to
gets
you.
offended first, though. Because now,
but then I'll know that you're offended, and I will not have any reason to go further into an argument.
I know, but how? It doesn't. But you're saying it like it's easy. It's not easy because
none of it easy.
It's not easy because if you're having the conversation first, that automatically makes you shut down to say, "Oh, we're not even going to be able to have this conversation if you're going to get mad about it."
No,
but I could.
That's another assumption. Like you just assume that's what I'm gonna say. I just said if you're offended. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be like, oh, well, we're not talking about it right now because you mad. That's not it,
honey. Okay, yeah, okay. We're not getting anywhere.
Agree to disagree.
No, it's not even agree to disagree. It's just we're not getting anywhere. Because I don't disagree with you. That's why I say that agree to disagree doesn't always work for me because I don't disagree with you. Like I do not disagree with you.
So where don't you disagree with me?
I just don't disagree with you. I can't tell you where because I don't disagree with you. I think you have a hard time understanding that sometimes it's you. You get what I'm saying? Like sometimes it's how someone else interprets. And when I say it's you, I mean the wives or the husband. And what I mean by that is we have a hard time checking ourselves and realizing that we could have said something, whether it was calm, whether it was whatever the case may be. We have a hard time realizing that when we said something that we thought sounded a certain kind of way, somebody else interpreted it differently.
Literally so when same thing I'm saying to you.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so you're right about that. So literally, I don't disagree. So there's nothing to talk about. Like there's nothing. If you're saying the same thing I'm saying, that's why I say it's not no agree to disagree. We agree, and there's no disagreeing. Like we agree. If you're saying this whole conversation, if you are saying this whole conversation, every time I say something, you're saying, yeah, it's the same way. Okay, if that's the case, then we agree. It ain't no agree to disagree. Then we agree on exactly what we just said.
I think we don't agree.
You're trying to find the disagree because this is where you're prying again, like I was saying earlier.
Oh, okay.
So where's the disagree at?
Never mind.
Where?
We don't have a disagreement. We agree.
Okay. So I mean, it is what it is.
We agree.
It is what it is. The tone change. So what I'm saying is we're going to continue because this ain't the thing about these things is like you got to learn how to have a conversation because a lot of times you're saying the same crap over and over and you're repeating it and you're looping it and then you get mad and it's like we are saying the same. There's no different. You're just saying it and then I'm saying it and then we're literally saying the same thing over and over and we're literally arguing about nothing.
Yep.
Or we're literally having a conversation about nothing. So like you gotta understand that piece when it comes to everything. Like, yo, okay, I get it, but I think the difference is with maybe our relationship is how you interpret. Like I said, when it comes to conversations, I just don't. I'm trying to get my point across. So whatever happens in a conversation happens. So. And that's where we're different. I got to learn how to respect that. And I got to learn how to respect that. That's cool for me to learn how to respect that. But, it's also something for you to take away and say, okay, cool. he argues really weird. So, you know what I mean? Let me still try to get my point across. But if you argue with no point, if you have a conversation with no point, then it's pointless. So like, there's no need to bring up something if you don't really want to have a solution. You just worried about how somebody feels about something. And maybe if that's it. And if somebody tells you how they feel, then that it is what it is. Cause like, it's just nothing else. There's nothing else behind that. There's nothing else. And if you can continue to pry, or you can continue to keep asking questions, or you can continue to try to understand, but sometimes you run into a wall because they're saying the same thing over and over and over again. So that's why it's hard for people when they having conversations, because prime example, you care about tone. I don't care about tone. Mm-hmm. I don't. So you can, girl, you know me well enough. You can do whatever you want to. I'm still trying to get my point across. So, and that is a hard thing for some people to understand, is like, no, literally, like, you just, like, two people are different. Check yourself. That's why I keep saying that. Check yourself. We are different people.
So that you know that I have an issue with tone, you don't. So where's the solution in that?
I gotta find time to think about that and understand that the approach just has to be different when I'm having a conversation. That's just what it is. I mean, it may not be good for me. It may be hard. It may be when we have conversations, the tone still change. It may not happen the next day, the next month, or the next 2 months. If you got a timetable on how the tone is going to change, or let's just do this. If you have a timetable on anything that you want to change, if y'all don't even agree upon the time change, or if it's not realistic, it is what it is. What you're looking for is if they trying. That's what you're looking for. You're not looking for anything else, but if they trying. So the next time you have an argument, or the next time you say something, if you don't see that person trying not to take a certain tone with you, then you got to understand that, oh, snap. Okay, dang. Like, or if you don't realize, like, dang, dude couldn't even say a word. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or, dang, dude he didn't even react the way I thought he was going to react. Appreciate those moments as well. So you gotta remember that.
So what's going to be my change?
Why you keep asking me? You keep asking me questions, babe. You tell yourself what your change is going to be.
No, I'm saying how you want me to converse with you. That way I don't.
We're fine. We're conversing. We have a whole podcast. I'll converse.
I'm just saying in general, like, if someone was in your shoes, like, if you knew that if tone wasn't a thing for you, but it was the approach more so.
All I'm saying is tone. If you're gonna just mean what you say, dog, say what you mean. Like, okay. If you're gonna say something, then mean it. Like, it is what it is. Like, I can't do anything about that. And then if someone says something back to you because of how you said something to them, again, it's how they interpret it. It's not always that you're wrong. It's just how they interpret it, what you're saying.
I think that what I was confusing at first was not the how you said it, because the how you said it is the tone, but it was the what you said. Because you said if the topic was something that was a hot topic for you anyway, you were possibly going to be sensitive about it. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is the beginning of why I texted stuff, because tone is taken out of text sometimes for the most part, but tone is assumed, but words are just what they are. Like, so for me to ask a question about a hot topic kind of alleviates the tone part of it. So I should, for you, I just need to talk to you straight up, because the tone doesn't mean anything. But for me, send me a text message.
Yeah, but I will always say something to you. So like, even if you know me, if you say something to me, I'm like, what did you say that? Like, why you say it like that for? Like, I will literally say, what is that supposed to mean? Like,
yeah, but I ain't saying it no way, because I'm taking my tone down.
I got it, but what I'm telling you is, babe, I will acknowledge the fact that my tone is about to change. I will give you hints that, wait a minute, I didn't understand what you was trying to say there. Like, can you repeat that for me, or get me where you need to be at? I literally will tell you, excuse me, what are you saying? What are you trying to say? What? Like, I'll make that same, what are you saying? I'm not understanding what you're saying. Like, and you laugh because it's true. Is it true or not?
Yes, but all of that is saying so much. It just
okay. But I'm still. What is the point of the art? So do you not see how we continuously have the conversation?
I do, and we went
30
way
minutes
past
more
that.
for no reason.
It's okay. It's not for no reason. This is good for us.
It's good for who?
Oh, okay. It's not good for us.
Who is it good for?
Sorry, I'm just trying to understand you, and you're trying to understand me.
I thought I understood you. I don't understand why we needed to do this on the podcast because I mean,
I didn't mean for it to be that way. That's
Did
just
you?
What happened?
Did you?
No, this was. Are you for real?
I'm asking a question. You've been asking me questions this whole time.
No, I did not mean for this to be this way. But we are real life people. We ain't ghosts.
It ain't. What?
And this was good for me. I don't know if it was. He said it wasn't good for you.
I'm not even, babe. What I'm saying is just I don't need to do that to make you realize. Again, I don't need to take that tone.
Okay.
So this is your same point. Like I don't need to take that tone for you to. Well, it sounds like I do. If you said you realize something, so let me back off of that statement. So it sounds like I do need to take that tone for you. If you truly say you understand, then it sounds like I do need to take that tone. So dang, it's too deep. Yeah, I realized something too. Then, how about that? We can do that.
Cool. All right. Well, let's wrap us up.
We're definitely about to wrap up. It's 1 hour and 27 minutes past of what we usually do. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm good. I'm sip on this wine. I'm going to bed. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow morning. We got a busy day as usual because we are the Hamptons. And the Hamptons is always got something to say. You know what I'm saying? Got something to say and got something to do. You know what I mean? But yeah, anyways, make sure you follow us at We Ain't Goes on all social media.
Yes, and thanks for interacting with us today. It really means a lot.
Our faithful two always. Our faithful two is always interacting.
I mean, Brian started us out too.
Yeah, and hopefully y'all. Now look. So the only thing I guess this is what my wife is trying to get at. So now y'all can see how y'all argue.
That's all. This was a whole.
So if you see how y'all argue, have a disagreement or debate, whatever that was, you can see where you are similar to whatever y'all do. Okay. But yeah. Just make sure y'all see what is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all can break it down. Hopefully I don't. This dude, he's trying to control his wife. Look how he talks to her, and all of that other stuff. If I see it, then I'm just gonna be like, hey,
if you see it, just keep scrolling. That's all. There's nothing to.
We ain't goes. Remember, that's the name.
There's nothing
of the show. We ain't goes. So, we're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna keep it moving like always. So make sure you follow us on all social media. Make sure you are following my wife. Please tell them what your handle is.
At Hype Wife. That's it.
All right. And then make sure you follow me at Tez Too Deep on all social media. www.isupporttez.kazam. So make sure you do that. And if you are in the Louisville area, again, August 7th, come to the family cookout, hang out with the family, network, resource, and all that type of stuff. And we're going to have a good old time. And guess what? Hopefully, are we going to see him next Friday?
Wait.
We got to check out schedules.
Wait,
next Friday is.
Well, what's next Friday?
It's the 6th.
I know, but what's on the 6th? Because if my planner's not right here, it's a wrap. It's a wrap on life.
Well, I don't know. So hopefully we see y'all next Friday. If not, the Friday after that. If not, the Friday after that.
I don't see
we will figure it out.
No reason why.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's okay. Things happen. So
and then also if y'all want to go to brunch with us, so on our We Ain't Goes Facebook page, it is shared in the story. I will share it to our Instagram page as well at Garden Girl Foods. So we're gonna be brunching unlimited mimosa style. But if you just want to get one, that's fine. That's fine. Everybody said we need kiss and make up.
Why don't we just?
Ain't nothing wrong.
Okay, there's nothing wrong at all.
Nothing wrong.
You got to understand. We literally we are. If as I said before, if you guys know me, I'm a passionate conversationalist. It's just a word. Am I making this?
No,
up?
It's real. It's a word.
I just feel like I don't say it all the time. I'm very passionate about everything.
And then I'm gonna listen too.
Yeah, and when we said tone, that's why I said tone goes out the window because I speak so passionately all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really like me and my brother. Like I said, we said this on the show. Me and my brother kind of do this stuff, and I just be like, all right, cool, bro, love you, bro. We'll see. I'll see
and
you.
your father.
Yeah. And my dad, my dad. My dad does the same thing. So it's just, I mean, it is what it is, and we passionately have a conversation.
I didn't come from a household that way.
You're saying it's not a thing, honey.
No, I'm saying for me.
I get it.
That's it. We're not gonna go back.
I know, but what you're saying is what? You're saying it's not a thing.
I'm saying tone is important to me, whereas tone is not important to you.
That's still not enough. But
what else am I supposed to say?
We got to end this broadcast. We love y'all so much. And thank y'all for listening to
We Ain't Girls.
We'll see y'all next week. What was it?
Bye.
Oh, we're going to keep saying bye. Bye.